Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com, your purchase and pricing question email line for your questions about buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews or our website. Email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. And today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Submariner Date. This is the reference 116618 in yellow gold. Technically the LN Lunette Noir. It features the Serichrome bezel in the super case profile that first bowed on the Submariner back in 2008. 40 millimeters in diameter, the timepiece is remarkably only 12.2 millimeters thick, and there's your real distinction between Tudor and Rolex. This is a slim watch. 48 millimeters lug-to-lug if you include the solid end links. The expanse across the wrist swells to 51.1 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Let's take a quick look at the watch on the wrist and then we'll talk about the hardware. The timepiece, nice and flat, sits as low as a Daytona. For some reason, the gold version of this watch is about half a millimeter thinner than the steel version. Mechanically identical, they're both 300 meters, I don't know. But this watch is elegant, flat, and easily used with a cuff. Appropriate since it is yellow gold. I would recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters in circumference. And again, my wrist 16 centimeters circumference. Let's take a look at the bracelet. We're well into the era of solid end links, solid center links, and milled clasps. Straight through polish, solid links, polished outer faces, satin shoulders. You'll note the use of screws to remove removable links. And then we have a double locking system here with a beak and a hook. So you can see the lift lock switch close right there. And then there's a second lock. It's actually a double locking system. There's a little kerf underneath the Rolex crown that allows you to dig your fingernail in. Note polished flanks, satin shoulders, and a polished center. Inside, all of high polish, and we've got glide lock. As you can see, 2 millimeter increments, and then you've got 20 millimeters of total adjustability. So you can use this to fine-tune fit, or you can pull it all the way out and use it over a dive suit of some kind, or even a thick winter sweater or coat. The super case, well, we know it well. Clean it up a little bit, I apologize. But you can see that it has the characteristic sheer sides and squared off lugs. It gives it a butch aesthetic that previous Rolex sports watches generally didn't have. So not quite as elegant, but it has a little bit of a brutalist strength to it. Trip lock crown, you can see it's in gold because the flanking dots are small and the center dot is large. If it were platinum, that pattern would be inverted. Screw down, triple lock, 300 meter water resistance. Let's hear the dive bezel ratchet. Somehow it manages to be distinct and chunky and smooth and refined at the same time. It's uncanny how Rolex does this. Those two things should be mutually exclusive. That's the magic of Geneva. Now the bezel is all of yellow gold, but the insert is made of Serichrome ceramic, so it's almost impossible to scratch. It's a nice heat shield for your watch's finish. You can see the deposits inside the wells for the numerals and the indices. Those are yellow gold deposits, so you have yellow gold deposited inside the ceramic. You'll also note that there is a sapphire capped pearl that you can line up with the minute hand. Now you've got an impromptu 0 to 60 minute count up timer. I find that dive bezels are often more useful and easier to read than chronographs without the downstream maintenance cost of a chronograph. Dial, black lacquer, glossy, applique yellow gold indices, yellow gold hands at center, and gold both to match the color of the watch, but also to avoid tarnishing or oxidation over time. Cyclops eye, black on white print. The watch features both hacking seconds and a quick set date, and underneath the solid case back, which weighs over an ounce or 28 grams by itself and contributes to the solidity of the watch, you have a Rolex manufactured caliber 3135, bidirectional automatic winding 31 joules, 48-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate, hacking seconds, quick set date, shock resistance in the form of a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance, and it features a 6-position adjustment as a fully cased up watch. So after it earns the COSC chronometer certification, Rolex cases up the watch, makes it a +2, -2 second guarantee out of the factory. So that's the basis for the superlative chronometer. Remember, the COSC for a bare movement is -4 +6 per 24 hours, Rolex +2, -2 or less. Now the watch also includes a Breguet overcoil made by hand to help it keep excellent time in any orientation with respect to gravity, and it's made of an alloy that is blue oxidized niobium zirconium, so Rolex calls that parachrom blue, making this watch effectively as anti-magnetic as the original Rolex Milgauss. So water resistant down to 300 meters, shock resistant, and anti-magnetic. It's a silky smooth bidirectional winder with a jeweled staff pivot and twin Teflon coated reversing wheels. As refined as refinement gets. Email tmosso of thewatchbox.com to purchase this watch. Rolex Chromolite Blue Lume. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com.